My name's Andrew Roszko. I've been with Descartes for 16 years and I'm the Chief Commercial Officer. I think put simply, we're on a mission to unite the people and technology that move the world. We live in this crazy trillion-dollar supply chain and logistics space that is ultimately very, very fragmented. So if you were to look at a shipment that you're bringing in from Asia to the United States, there's 10 different people that touch the goods, and there's 30 plus different processes, from figuring out who your suppliers are, to getting it through customs, to figuring out your landed cost, all the way to how do you deliver it to market. And those are all managed very separately today. Lots of rekeying of data, lots of errors, and ultimately people have very little visibility into the supply chain, as I think we all experienced through COVID. And so that there's just a tremendous opportunity to view that as one interconnected problem versus 30 separate problems to drive a whole lot more efficiency. So I think that's been the 20-year journey that we've been on so far, and we're just in the infancy stages. And maybe given that we're sitting here at the Fleet Innovation Forum, where we've assembled a group of customers that deal with the final mile of the supply chain. So people that own vehicles delivering furniture to your house or food to the local restaurant, they're all faced with a number of different challenges. They think about, how do I plan my routes more effectively? How do I make sure my drivers are efficient? How do I deal with all the government regulations? How do I manage driver safety to keep the public safe? And then how do I manage my customer's customer experience, Uber-like experience, delivery expectations, et cetera. So I think it's phenomenally difficult to run a world-class final mile delivery operation. Rewind the clock even 3 to 5 years, our customers would have to go and buy 4 or 5 separate systems and they would have to try and figure out, either run them separately or trying to figure out a way for them to work together. I think we've advanced in a fairly short period of time to offer one Descartes final mile integrated platform, and that ultimately helps our customers run far more efficiently. It helps them differentiate on service, where they can really provide an outstanding customer service experience to their customers. And there's a huge environmental impact as well. I think over the course of the last 12 months, our customers have reduced their carbon footprint by about 700,000 metric tons, which is significant. So I think we're incredibly excited about the path that we've been on to date, and with emerging technologies, whether it's machine learning models or even ChatGPT, as these things start to get commercialized. I think there's a huge amount of excitement about what the future holds for continued innovation in the supply chain space. We envision a world where people will not be buying separate things to manage the movement of their goods. They will be buying a supply chain platform. And so I think us continuing to invest very, very heavily in R&D, which we do heavily today and will continue to do, and looking for the best companies out there to continue to partner with to add to our platform. Ultimately, we have an aspiration to be the leading supply chain provider in the market. You can measure that in revenue numbers or market share, but I think we're on our journey to get there at this point in time. From a pure solution perspective, thinking ahead of the market and thinking how we believe the market's going to continue to consolidate, I think we're well on our way to the mission. And from a company standpoint, ultimately, we are a collection of people, so it is all about assembling. We call ourselves a set of logistics geeks that come together, but I think we care passionately about the team that's on board. We've got an average tenure here of 9+ years, which is somewhat unheard of for a B2B SaaS company. And so providing an environment where the team is challenged to learn every day, to grow every day from each other, from our customers, and ultimately want to build a career here and stay with us for the long term is, I think, a big part of what we're trying to build as we roll forward. Yeah, and back to the example I went through briefly for final mile. I think we've materially shaped how the final mile space has come to life today. We've shaped how our customers think about solving problems. We've shaped how our customers think about buying solutions. And if you read all the analyst reports, it's talked about very differently today than it was 5 years ago, and I think we've played a material role in shaping that. So I think we're going to continue to do that as we envision this one supply chain platform to manage an end-to-end supply chain. That's the path that we're on. Let's move the world. Come and join us.